Hey y'all, what's up? And welcome back to another video of As Always Aleia, where we always keep it real. This is exactly why I do not wear lipstick in my YouTube videos, but thank God it's only for the intro. I promise it gets better in the next 10 seconds. Now, you're probably watching this video because you may have tried a rod set in the past and it just did not work out for you. So I'm going to be breaking down the 3 top reasons why your rod sets are failing and how to fix them. And for those that are new here, hello, welcome. My name is Aleia. I specialize in doing rods and roller sets on my channel. So if that is something that you are interested in, please stick around and check out some of my other pieces of content where I teach you step-by-step tutorials on how to do the perfect rod and roller set. But without further ado, let's get into reason number 1, why your rod sets may be failing and how to fix them. So the first reason is probably one of the most important. This is going to either make or break the hairstyle, and that is properly tucking your ends. Okay, so what does that even mean, how to properly tuck your ends? I actually have a roller here with me, so I'm going to be giving you guys a live example, and I'll also try to flash some examples on the screen since I've done this quite a few times before. But when you are properly tucking your ends, you're starting at the base of the rod, and now for these flexi rods, you can start at either end because they're the exact same on both sides. So we'll just start here for instance. You want to start as low as you can go, and it really depends on how long your hair is. If your hair is more on the shorter side, you don't need to start at the base. You probably can start up a little bit more. But for me, I have long hair. My hair goes all the way down to my bra strap on my back. So I typically like to start at the base of my flexi rod, which is right here where my finger is at. And when you tuck your ends, that's the first thing that the flexi rod is going to touch. So let me just see if I can gather some hair up in here. Okay, so I have these 3 pieces right here, and I'm gonna show you guys how I properly tuck my ends. All you want to do is just make sure your hair is straight out, just like that, and your ends are all together, starting at the base, just how we said in the beginning. And I'm going to start to wrap my hair around the end, and I'm going to tuck them by wrapping over my hair. So now you can see that I can physically not pull this out because I just tucked them. And again, all I did was wrap my hair around the end, wrapping it around the base just like that. And then you're going to wrap over the ends, and that's how you secure them. They're going to dry flat. They're going to look a lot more uniform, and then you can go ahead and start to ravel up. But we're just talking about the ends right now, so that is exactly how you tuck your ends. And I'm gonna see if I can show you the improper way of doing a flexi rod set, or any type of rod set, but we have the flexi rod today. I'm gonna wrap it around, and this is the improper way. And instead of wrapping over my end, I'm just going to start to ravel up just like that. Now you can see that my ends are not wrapped, they're not tucked, and once it starts to dry, this is really going to become loose. It's going to be frizzy. It's going to look like that by the time it's done drying because they're not tucked. It is very important that you are wrapping over the end. So you just put your ends on there just like that, and you just wrap over just 1 or 2 times, and then you can start to wrap up your hair. So you can see now it doesn't come loose. It's in there. I can't do anything. The ends are tucked. So that is reason number 1 why your rod sets may be failing, is because you're not tucking your ends. Just remember to wrap over them before you start to wrap up. All right, y'all following me? Are y'all following me? Comment below if you guys are following me. Okay, so reason number 2, now that we focus on the base of our ends, let's talk about wrapping up the hair. I see this so often within the natural hair community that you guys are not properly wrapping your hair on the rod, friend. You're not properly wrapping your hair on the rod, so I'm going to teach you how to do it right now. Now, I'm going to actually do 2 examples on each side of my head for this one. I will start with the incorrect way over here of what I normally see. Now, when people are wrapping their hair on the rod, they're just staying in one spot and just wrapping their hair over and over that one spot instead of allowing allowing their hair to travel up the rod, which is going to create a beautiful spirally curl. So let me see if we can gather some hair, and then I will show you guys again my little technique. All right, so we're just going to take these little pieces right here. And by the way, my hair is dry, so this is just for example purposes. But when you are doing any type of rod set or roller set, you want to make sure that your hair is saturated. I'm going to go ahead and tuck the ends because we already learned that. So all I'm going to do is start right at the base. I'm going to wrap my hair around the rod, and then I'm going to wrap over it so it physically cannot come loose. Like I'm pulling it. I'll even pull it from down this side. I'm pulling it and it can't come loose. Cool. So we wrapped our ends. This is the improper way that I'm seeing you guys or some people wrap their hair. Like this. And they just go on up. And they're like, okay, it's done. Flexi rod set is in. That is incorrect, guys. There is so much blue left in the flexi rod, and when you take them out, it's just going to be curling on top of each other because of how you rolled your hair onto the rod. So this is the incorrect way of rolling your hair. I'm going to leave this in, and I'm going to show you the proper way to roll your hair onto the rod using this side. So let me gather some hair. All right. So we got some hair. All I'm doing is just making sure the hair is straight out. Again, it would have product on there, but we're just going to do an example really quickly. So again, all I'm going to do is take my rod. I'm going to go ahead and put my hair on the end. I'm going to wrap over my ends so it's tucked, and now I'm going to start to travel up the hair. You want to think of it like a candy cane. You're going up like that, and you want to cover the blue as much as you possibly can with your hair. So do you guys see the difference? See how that looks? And then all you have to do is just secure it by closing it down. And if you want to, you can also pinch this up as well. But hopefully you guys can see the difference between... I'm gonna try to clip this back for you guys so it's not like all in the whiz-eye way. Yo, I look crazy right now, but bear with me. I'm really trying to teach y'all something. So again, this is wrong. You can see all the blue and the hair is just kind of rolled on top of each other. It's not going to create a beautiful spiral curl. It's going to be like curled on top of each other, and the hair isn't really going to be long and flowy. With this way, how I secured it to the rod, I raveled up like a candy cane. You want to utilize majority of the blue as I've done in this example. So this is right, y'all, and this is wrong, and that's why your rod sets are probably failing, is because you're not properly wrapping your hair all the way up the rod. Okay, you want to wrap it all the way up just like that. And just to get a nice close-up of what I am referencing, you guys can see right here the right way, the candy cane. We're going to call that the candy cane. And then the incorrect way is kind of just overlapping the hair on top of each other in the same spot. Your job when you're doing a rod set is to try to cover as much of the rod as possible, and the only way to do that is to start to travel up your hair. I know it takes some getting used to. Like I said, I have a ton of videos on how to properly install rod sets. My step-by-step tutorials, they're all over my channel, so you guys will be able to easily access them. I'll have some link below too on ones that I think will be extremely beneficial for you if you are struggling to get the perfect rod set. But let me go ahead and take these out because I don't want my hair to like revert. Been a while. Hold on, wait a minute now. Okay, so this is just a bonus one before we move on to the last topic of why your rod sets are not properly working for you. But this is just a bonus. I want to show you guys how to properly take down the roller as well, because I see a lot of people not doing it correctly. All you have to do to take down your roller is to make sure both your ends are straight. Just like that. And this is just for flexi rods. Now all I'm going to do is just ravel out a little bit. So there's like a gap right there. Do you guys see that gap in my hair? Now with that gap, I am easily able to unwind the curl in the opposite the opposite direction. And that's all you want to do. You want to unravel in the opposite direction to get the roller set out. Now again, this is on dry hair, so it's not going to look correctly, but that is the proper way to take a roller out. Is you want to leave a little gap and you want to start to unravel in the opposite direction that you put it in. And you know that you're unraveling because there's going to be more blue exposed and your hair is going to become looser and be able to come up off of the rod. So hopefully that makes sense. I have a ton of videos again on how I personally like to take my hair off of these rods, but that is definitely the proper way to do it. And by by doing it that way, you're going to have a nice, long, elongated, beautiful curly hairstyle if you do it like that. Hold on, friend. Let me see if I can show you guys how I personally see people taking out their rollers. So I see people taking out their rollers like this. They just start to untwist it. And then they have to like go back and twirl it and fix it. I feel like it's just an extra step having to do it like that. Like, I don't know, when you unroll the hair and then it like looks all wonky, then you have to like go in and fix the curl. You shouldn't have to do all of that if you just unravel it the proper way, which I just showed you on this side right here. So if you guys didn't pick up what I put down, go back and rewatch how I properly unraveled the rod from a hair, and you can also see the improper like, it's improper, improper, it's improper, the improper way to unravel a roller as well. It's not going to make or break you if you do it that way, like the improper way, but it definitely is just an extra step of you having to twirl your hand around the curl to reshape and remold that curl to get it to look like that spirally way that we want it to look, where you could have just unraveled it the correct way and it would have been fine. So that's my advice to you. That's a bonus tip on how to unravel the rod from your hair. It works perfect every time for me, and hopefully when you guys start to practice these techniques, they'll work for you too. The next reason I'm going to give you guys, reason number 3, is you're not using the proper products. When I personally do a roller set, or excuse me, when I personally do a rod set, your hair, it's a lightweight hairstyle. Like, these are rods. I use loop rods to get these beautiful, beautiful curls, y'all. So pretty. My hair is gorgeous. You are not using the correct products. Your rod sets are more on the lightweight hairstyle, so you need a lightweight product to complement the hairstyle. I have some of the products that I personally like to use when I'm doing rod sets, and yes, we are talking about mousses and foams. So let me go ahead and show you guys what I have on hand. This is the Tropical Curl Enhanced Foam by Curly Bell. This is one product that I personally like to use when I am doing my rod sets. It's beautiful, smells amazing, works really well, and I love it. Another one that I have is the Curly Cocktail Curl Mousse by Mielle Organics. This is a really good product to use. As you can see, it's just about empty. I also like mousses and foams too, because you don't need a lot. Like, when you're pumping it, I can use this for like a whole month and I can still be straight. Now, another product that I have here is one of my favorites, girl. If you don't buy anything else, get you one of these, friend. Y'all better go get you one of these. This is the Crazy Sexy Curl Supercharged Honey All-in-One Setting Foam by The Dew. Okay, this is their B-Girl collection, my favorite, and it's actually full because I just re-upped on this. I usually do not run out of foams and mousses, but I ran out of this and had to go to the store and get me some more because I love it. Another one I have here is the Miche. This is their Curl Defining Mousse. I love this stuff. I'm pretty much just showing you guys my entire foam collection that I use on my rod sets. I also have the Sea Moss collection by Curls, and this is their Nourish and Shine Sea Moss Foam. And then the last one I have here with me is the Silky Smooth Curl Foam by Diva by Sydney. So I will have all of these products links below. Again, these are all mousses, y'all, and you should be able to use a mousse on your hair. Normally, you can do a rod set on wet or dry hair. If I do it on dry hair, I just apply a little bit of extra product. If I do it on wet hair, I don't need as much product because there's already water in my hair, so I don't need as much mousse or as much foam as I would need if I was starting on dry hair. And when I say dry hair, sometimes I will blow out my hair, and the reason that I like to do rod sets on blown out hair is because it does not take as long to dry as if you were starting on soaking wet hair. But I do it on both and I still get a beautiful style either way. It is entirely up to you. If you don't want to wait that long for your hair to dry, I would personally recommend that you blow your hair out and then go ahead and start your styling process. If you don't mind waiting for your hair to dry, which sometimes I don't, because most cases I'm sleeping in the hairstyle anyways, I will go ahead and do it on wet hair. So your next question is probably, what is the difference between a mousse or a foam? Foams tend to be a little bit more on the lightweight side than mousses. Mousses have a little bit more of a denser consistency. So when you're using a mousse, it might be a little bit more firmer in your hand. It'll probably stay in place as you hold it up. If you hold your hand up, it's going to take longer for it to come down because it's just a little bit more of a thicker or denser, as opposed to a foam. When you put it in your hand, it's probably going to start to drag down your hand immediately. They're a little bit more on the looser side, and that's really the only difference. I personally don't mind using a foam or a mousse when I'm doing a hairstyle. These three products right here are foams, and they look just like mousse. And then I have here with me two mousses. So these are going to be a lot more thicker, denser, you should say. And these are mousses. And you can see they look the exact same. You wouldn't even know without, you would have to read the bottle to actually see, is it a foam or a mousse? Because you can't tell just by looking at the bottle. But that is the difference between foams and mousses. Your foams are just going to be a little bit more of a lightweight product. Your mousses are going to be a little bit more denser, a little bit more heavier. And to me, they don't make a difference what I use in my hair. But you may want to experiment with maybe a foam on this side and a mousse on this side to see which one your hair likes better. I would definitely encourage you to do so. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys one more bonus, and this is more so like a disclaimer than a bonus. I just went over the 3 reasons why your hair may be failing at rod sets and also how to fix that. And also I gave you guys a bonus. I'm gonna give you one more bonus or a disclaimer at the end. Sometimes not everyone can do the same hairstyle, and that is the God honest truth. I'm able to kill a perm rod set and your hair just doesn't like that style, and that is okay. As your natural hair journey prolongs, you are going to have to find out what products your hair likes, what hair tools your hair likes, and how your sleep routine should be, how your morning routine should be, because some people need to probably pay closer attention to their hair throughout the week, when others can just kind of oil their scalp once or twice and be okay, when other people have to oil their scalp every day. They have to reapply moisture every day, and it's okay. You just have to figure out what it is that your hair likes and doesn't like, and tend to stick away from the things that your hair doesn't like. For me personally, my hair is not the best when it comes to a wash and go, because my hair was damaged for so many years. If you guys are new on my channel, you probably haven't heard my natural hair journey story. I did start my journey back in 2014, and I decided to stop using heat on my hair because it was really damaged, and I did not have the balls to cut my hair off, y'all. So I decided to slowly but surely transition, and after years and years of that, I was able to grow my hair out and just cut it off little by little. Fast forward to 2020, I started my YouTube channel and teaching people how to take care of their hair, because I felt as though I had enough experience to come on here and share my journey with you. So I had to learn, what is it that my hair likes and doesn't like. My hair tends to love rod and roller sets, and my hair really doesn't like wash and goes. It doesn't have that tight curl pattern, and it just doesn't, I don't know, it's getting better now because my hair is more trained. But baby, 5 years ago, wash and go, what? I couldn't do it. The reason that I also love rods and rollers is you are transitioning and you have like your curly hair up here and your damaged hair down here at your ends. Using a rod will make both of those styles, the more tight curls and the looser curls, it'll make it look more uniform. When you put on a flexi rod or a regular rod or a loop rod or a flex grip roller, any type of rod set you can think of, just to name a few off the top of my head. But if you do have if you are going through your transitioning process where you kind of have your curly hair up here and more so straight or damaged hair down here, I always recommend people to try rod sets, because it's going to make the curly hair and the straight hair look a lot more uniform after you put the rod in, let it dry, and take it out. But you have to do it the proper way. So hopefully you guys picked up all my techniques and my reasons on why your rods may be failing and also how to fix them. Okay, so we are pretty much at the end of the video, guys. I just went over all of the reasons why I personally feel as though your rod sets are failing and also how to fix them. We talked about securing your ends. We talked about how to properly roll the rod onto your hair. I even gave you a bonus tip on how to unwrap unravel the rod from your hair to make it nice and spirally. I gave you guys all my tips on what products you should be using as well, and also went over a few disclaimers on not everybody's hair is the same and not everybody can do the same styles, and that is okay. That is the beauty of a natural hair community. You can kind of pick and choose what styles you want to do, and there's so much out there for us as we continue to spread this journey and this community of people on how we can come up with these different styles and hair tools and hair products. There's so much stuff out there, and you know firsthand, if you're in your late 20s like me, man, 20 years ago we did not have a natural hair section, y'all. We did not have all these tools that we have now that can help us with our hair. So I'm just really appreciative of how far we've came in our natural hair community and our journey, and I'm really looking forward to these next 10, 15, 20 years on how much we are going to be able to scale. And I feel like we're just going to be taking over Targets and Walmarts with all of our hair products and all of our hair tools. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today. I am so excited anytime I get to come on here and talk to you guys, because I know that there are people out there that are struggling and that need this type of content. So I'm praying and hoping that you guys understood everything I said. If there's anything at all that you guys may need help with, please just drop a comment below. You can also DM me, you can email me, girl, you can text me if you want to. Come on now. But yes, y'all, that is about it. I am going to go ahead and let you guys go. Please stick around for some of my more videos if you want to see my step-by-step tutorials on how I actually install, take down, and maintain my rod sets. Alright, y'all, without further ado, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, and I am out of here. My name is Aleia. This is, as always, Aleia, where we always keep it real. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Deuces.